Okay, so I've just been told that it's going to be Wednesday all day today. So happy Wednesday, everybody. And happy all day Wednesday. It is Wednesday, in fact, June 10th. Oh my goodness. A third of the way through the month we are approaching here. I hope you're all having a good first third of June so far. And as always, we are here every weekday at, whoops, that's my phone. I'm going to turn off that distraction. Hello. Okay, there we go. Back to business. All right. So without further ado, it's the bottom of the hour. So we are going to get right into our content of the day. My name is Brian Williams, and I am the founder of Real Appointments. We help, in fact, no, we don't help. We actually guarantee that our clients get sales appointments every single month for their business-to-business service businesses. And every morning we come here and teach a segment on what we do and how we do it to help you do the same thing for your business. So first, before we get into the training, let me introduce my co-host, Ronan Rahman. Hey.
Hey. Morning, Brian.
Hey.
Another beautiful day. Actually, since we're here in Vegas and it's only going to be 95 today, it is a beautiful day. Any day under 100 is a beautiful day.
This time of year, yeah.
Yeah, especially in June. But no, I'm excited for our messaging magic message today. And say that 10 times fast.
There you go.
But it is, the messaging is the key to the whole thing and reaching out to people. And there's a particular way to do it. And I'm excited to find out what that is.
Awesome. Yeah, absolutely. A lot of people struggle with what to say and how to say it, especially when you're meeting new people or even reconnecting with people that you've known for years on social media. So let's get right into that.
Awesome.
Okay. So this week we've been building up to this. On Monday, we talked about, how to kind of craft your positioning statement. We call that our market to message match. Yesterday, we talked about how to get your social media profile, in particular LinkedIn profile, kind of up to par. And today we're going to talk about what do you say to people? How do you say it? And we're going to show you some very specific examples. I want to remind everybody that's listening that if you have a question or a comment, please leave that question in the comments area. Usually it's below wherever you're watching this, in the comments area on Facebook or YouTube or LinkedIn, wherever you might be. And then I also wanted to plug or invite you to this coming Friday's deeper dive training. If you care to see the entire process that we use for guaranteeing sales appointments, you can sign up for that at guaranteedsalesappointments.com. It's free, and it's about an hour and 15-minute training. We'd love to have you there and provide more intimate help for you. So with that, let's go and take a look at my a little segment out of that training, which is here. And we call this segment Connecting and Messaging. And I wanted to share just some of the basics today. And then, like I said, if you want a deeper dive, join us this coming Friday at guaranteedsalesappointments.com. And here's the first principle. And everything we do is based on a principle or a style. Okay. So the first one is make it all about them, meaning the other person. A lot of us have received messages, especially when or shortly after accepting a connection request, that is all about the other person, right? It's all about what they want to say. It's all about what they want to sell us. It's all about, them. And I don't know about you, but it doesn't really resonate very well with me. And normally I just, either delete that message or disconnect my relationship with that individual, because it's not obviously a business relationship that's going to be mutually beneficial in almost every case. So take the 180 of that and flip the narrative, make it all about the other person, make it all about them. And there's ways, very, very simple ways that you can do that. I'm going to show you a few right now, very specific ways. So here's an example of a simple connection request. This is from one of our clients, Joe Kennemore, and he is connecting with people in the high tech or technology space. And it's very simple. I'll read it to you. It says, Simon, hope you are doing well. Let's connect here on LinkedIn. It's very simple, and it's all about Simon in a kind of a subtle way. And I'll point that out. One of the key words that's used and one of the words that you can write down and remember to use as often as possible is the word you. Anytime you use the word you in a message, it inherently makes that message about the other person. And so, and even attempt to not use the word I. So that's, you can see there's no use of the word I here. It's just the word you, and it's a simple connection request. Because you've done the work, if you followed along this week with the rest of our training, you really don't need to get into any other detail. Simon will know what you do and what you're about, and he'll either choose to accept your connection request or not. Here's another example. This is after the connection has been made. And this is someone that Ronan connected with. And after the connection is made, rather than Ronan sending, in this case, John, a whole dissertation on what Ronan does and his sales pitch, it's about John. It says, "Hi, John, thanks for connecting. I hope all is well with you." Again, there's that keyword you. "And business is good at Allegiance," which is John's company. Again, making it about John, nothing salesy, just about John. And that brings me to the next principle, which is make it non-salesy, right? When you make it all about the other person, it's easy to not make your messages salesy. So, really think about what is going on in the mind of the person that you're talking with, what they might be dealing with. And, this is a time to begin a relationship, right? Nurture a relationship. Very, very similar to if you had met somebody for the first time at a networking event or a coffee shop. The tendency typically for most of us is not to start spewing or regurgitating, everything about us onto them, right? We want to have a conversation. We want to ask some questions. We want to, get to know this person. And so here's an example of a message that we have been using for the last few months. We're going to be updating this, but just to give you a style or a flavor for the kinds of messages that we have found to be effective in developing relationships, I'll read part of this. It just says, "First and foremost, I hope you and your family," there's you and your, making it about them, "are holding up well during these uncertain and challenging times. Although we are all in the same storm together, many of us are riding through it in different boats and achieving different results." And we go on about talking about, this is a great time to be working on their business. And then at the end, we make a request to have a quick conversation. And this has been a really effective message for the last few months during a time when a lot of folks are working from home or just in a different environment. And so again, it's considerate for their situation. It's considerate about the other person, and it's not us selling ourselves or selling our products or services. And that's the kind of flavor or style that you're looking for, especially in the early stages of building a relationship. That being said, this particular message also works very well with people that you may have known for years, because it's just sort of a checking in kind of a message. All right. Moving on to, I'm going to cover one other part of messaging here. And then like I said, if you have any questions or comments, please leave them. We'll answer them here, or join us this Friday at 11:30 a.m. Pacific time at guaranteedsalesappointments.com. And we'll go into a lot more examples and a lot more ways that you can be messaging than we're going to cover here during this short 15 minutes. But the third point I want to make is, and a strategy really, is share third-party and relevant content to your market. And what we mean by third-party content is something that you did not create, something that was created or written by someone else, preferably of authority, right? And of authority to the other person. So I'll show you an example here. So going back to Ronan's new relationship with John Norris, Ronan found, excuse me, an article in Forbes magazine simply by doing a Google search that might have been of interest to John. And he sends the article basically with a link to John and just says, "Hey, I found this article. Thought you might find it valuable." And he does it again about a week later, excuse me, with a different article. Wow. Excuse me. This time, when Ronan sent the second article, he asks John a question at the end, which is another really cool strategy, asking for some feedback. And I'll read it to you. It says, John, have you experienced what this article is describing? And what's your strategy for going after those technology dollars? And in this case, John actually responded to Ronan, answering the question and also thanking Ronan for sending these articles, which is really cool. And even went a step further and requested a conversation with Ronan, which is the whole point of building a new relationship, is having that conversation. So, and provided Ronan with his calendar link and everything else. So that's the goal, right? That's what you're looking for. You know, if you're working to get an appointment with someone that you might be able to do business with, or, you know, generate a referral relationship with, or whatever it is that is important to you. So that is a strategy that you can use literally today. And you can use these strategies and these techniques with people that you've already been connected with, or with people that you are connecting with now. And like I said, if you want some other examples and some other really, really powerful ways to message people and connect with people, I do encourage you to join us Friday, where we take a much, much deeper dive on this and every other topic that we cover for generating guaranteed sales appointments. So with that, I'm going to bring my co-host Ronan back on screen, or he's going to bring himself back on screen. Hey,
here I am. Yeah, no, I like the point that you made about, you know, comparing it to a live networking event, you know, because that's kind of what we're doing here. We're spending that time to build that relationship. And if you just run up to somebody and throw your business card at them, and then that one sheet of what, you know, of what you do, and say, hey, call me, chances are that's not going to happen. Right.
Right.
So you wouldn't do it in person. Why would you do it digitally? And I thought that was a great point.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for saying so.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
So,
I think we've covered it for today, and let's wish everybody a really, really awesome Wednesday hump day.
Yep.
And go out there and make whatever it is you need to make happen for today.
And tomorrow we're going to be talking about Sales Navigator. So a little bit about LinkedIn searches, Sales Navigator searches, and how to really hone in and find out who it is that you want to talk to.
Awesome. Can't wait.
See you tomorrow, Brian.
See you tomorrow.